Star Report. I'm not in a good place, and I'm not in a good space. It's just been one of those days, I'll be honest with you. Something happened to me earlier, and I had to go lay my dumb ass down because I'm one of those people who, certain things, when they bother me, and something bothered me earlier. I was in Wilmington, North Carolina, which is an hour and 34 minutes away from where I live here in Emerald Isle. And before I tell you what happened and before I get to the show topics, I got to ask the question, who started all this extra cheese on the pizza stuff? Was it Puerto Ricans in the Bronx or was it blacks in Harlem? I got to know. If I had to guess, I would say the Puerto Ricans in the Bronx. The mountains of cheese on pizza. Now, just bear with me. I know the history of pizza in America. 1905, the first licensed pizzeria, Neapolitan, not Sicilian. I know the history of Chicago deep dish pizza. Somewhere around the 40s, that became a thing. Well, pizza in America, post-World War II, if you really want to go back. But where did all this extra cheese come from? And it's the reason why I don't like eating lasagna cooked by black women. You've heard me say this before. Black women make the most disgusting lasagna. It's literally like eating a cheeseburger without the goddamn bread. But anyway. So I'm in Wilmington, North Carolina, and for some reason I saw this pizzeria, supposedly New York pizza. I'm not going to say where. Go in there, I get a slice. The white guy passes me this slice. I look at it and I said, oh my God. I went and sat down. I figured I would eat there, just to take a break from driving. It's like eating a piece of goddamn cardboard with rubber on top. Now, the pizza chains, from what I remember, and if you don't know, I grew up in Scotch Plains, New Jersey, where they had authentic Italian pizza. I don't know if that place is still there, but Alfonso's. Anyway, so pizza chains became a thing. Late 70s, Domino's, Pizza Hut. I've never liked that crap. Anyway, so the question, let me look in the live chat real quick because I finally got over it today, but then I watched a trash ass movie, The Running Man. We'll talk about that later. And I've had a rough day. Pizza, extra cheese, Puerto Ricans in the Bronx. Yes, no? Now, most of you, I know you're much younger than me. Most of you, according to my analytics, you were born in the late 90s. So you don't care. You've always known mountains of cheese, 4 cheese pizza. Disgusting. Pizza is supposed to be thin crust, marinara sauce, just a little mozzarella, and some basil. That's pizza. I took 2 bites and I go back up to the counter and I said, hey, man, I can't eat this. Can I get a refund? I asked for a refund. Can I get an amen from anybody who's on that refund shit like me? I'm always asking for a refund, canceling a transaction. I'm on that game goofy shit a lot. He must have been some white guy from up north. And he said, come on, bro. What's wrong? Bro, what's wrong? Bro, what's wrong with the pizza? I said, it's a mountain of cheese. I didn't ask you for that. He said, oh, I put a little extra on. I figured you'd want extra cheese. That's what he said. I figured. Why did he figure? Because I'm melanated? So now I got to ask you, who started the extra mountains of cheese on pizza? It was either the Puerto Ricans in the Bronx or the Baychester, Pelham Parkway, a Grand Concourse, or the blacks in Harlem. Phone lines are open. All right. On another note, Dallas, Texas hospital ignores black woman in active labor. Wow, that was sad to watch. I'm going to play the video. I see Ben Crump is already doing his jig. Ben Crump. Guys, where's Ben Crump? Is he in Florida? Oh, he's on the case. He's going to get her a bag. And truthfully, some people, that's all they want to do. I'm going to get a bag. I'm going to get a bag. It's sad. I'm not going to clown her, but I want you guys to do what you do. Troll, have fun. But to me, the video is sad. 30 minutes, they had this black woman and her mother sitting in this little area. That's somebody's mother, somebody's daughter, somebody's auntie. I got to ask the question, well, where? Well, I know what used to be, but why don't you put money into black hospitals? Racism is here to stay. It's never going to go away. Now, I don't know whether this intake, I would imagine she's an intake technician. I don't know if she's an RN. Phone lines are open now. You better educate me because I've never gone through this. Sat there, you're going to see the video. If this woman were Jewish or Asian, they would have rushed her in, got the baby out of her, and then done the paperwork afterwards. Yes, no? Never mind all this money going to the HBCUs. Open up some more black hospitals. Anybody ever heard of a black hospital in the live chat before I go any further? St. Petersburg, Florida. Hint, hint, hint. Some of you don't even know you had great-grandparents that were doctors and nurses at black hospitals. Real black people had it going on back in the days. Anyway, Blue Collar, I got your donation. Sit tight, so I'm coming to you. But let me just play this video first. This was sad to see this black woman sit there and be treated like she wasn't even human.
When's your due date? Right now. Is your due date 11? What? How many times have you been pregnant? 3. This is your 3rd pregnancy? Yes. You have 2 babies at home? It's in my ass. You have 2 babies at home? Who's your doctor?
Lang is her doctor.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all
Her
treat
mother's
all your
filming.
patients like this or just the black ones?
Her mother's filming.
Kimberly is the first time patient for you. Last name is Jones. She's G3P2. I'm not sure when her due date is.
Her due date
I
is
just
the
said
10th.
it was the 10th. Her due date is the 10th.
She had 3 pregnancies, 2 babies at home. I bet y'all listen next time. When you found out you was delivering at this hospital, your ass should have changed doctors.
Area code 214. Please watch the language. We're talking about the Dallas, Texas hospital ignoring the black woman in active labor. Are you there? 214. Yes.
Yes, I'm here.
Hey, how are you? Good evening.
Hi.
Hey, where do you want to start, dear?
Okay, so I am a nurse
Okay.
and I do live in Texas. I am originally from New Jersey. I've been here about 4 years.
Okay.
But where I live is about maybe 40 minutes outside of Dallas. So I'm a nurse out in this area.
Okay.
And I did see the video.
Did I pronounce that right? Mesquite, Texas?
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead.
As far as I know, it is a predominantly African American area.
Okay.
From what I know, like from what I hear from people that talk about that area. That's more like South Dallas.
Okay.
So you get, that's like, I guess you could say like low income people. So whatever. I seen the video
Hmm.
and I just thought it was disgusting as well.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm a nurse.
Okay.
There's no reason that she sat up there and let that lady yell and scream like that. There was plenty of things that she could have done to alleviate that lady's pain
Hmm.
and to get her somewhere comfortable so that they can ask questions and all that shit later.
Hmm.
I mean, stuff later.
Yeah. Can I
So,
can I jump in here for a second? I'm just going to read something
yeah.
to you. You tell me if this is not accurate or right. In 2023, Black women had 50 deaths for every 100,000 live births in 2023, increasing from the previous year. On the other hand, white, Hispanic, and Asian women saw mortality rates below 20 per 100,000 births. So I'm sorry, and that's for that particular area. Maternal health is my source.
Mhm.
Does that sound about right? Are Black women not treated with the same care? Is there something we need to know?
Most definitely. I tell
Come on.
people all the time, especially my people, us Black people, you have to be an advocate for yourself in these situations when you go to the emergency room, the doctor, whatever. If you don't have the knowledge yourself, you need to take somebody with you that does. And if you cannot speak, then somebody needs to be able to speak for you that has some sense. Because these people do not give a damn about us. They don't take us seriously. They don't take our complaints seriously. They don't take our health and our pain seriously. They literally will ignore you and come to the nurse's station and talk about you. I work with a lot of white nurses,
Okay.
and they are racist. They are. They try to act like they're not, but they are.
Racism
The
is
things,
is here to stay. I don't say that to be funny or mean spirited. Now, you said you're originally from New York, yes?
no, from Jersey.
Jersey. Pardon me. Okay, so now I didn't like the way the woman's mother was sitting there, just allowing her daughter to scream.
Yes,
She should have got up,
yes.
rolled her into what would you call that area where the intake something, and said, "Hey,
Triage.
right. We need some help." Why didn't she do that? Why was she so, just, just scared? Why she say something?
Right. That pissed me off too. And I didn't like what she said to her when she said, I hope you learn your lesson from this and you should have switched doctors when I told you.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
you're her mother. Like,
yeah.
why would you, first of all, why would you say that in that situation, given that lady, the nurse that was being rude, more ammunition to be how she was being?
Right.
And you, as her mother, should have spoke up for her too. Like, it's no way in the world I would sit there and let that happen to my daughter.
Yeah,
They would have had to put me in handcuffs because I would have snatched that lady's wig off.
yeah.
Like the whole
I'm sorry. Was
the
she
whole thing was
fired?
just inappropriate.
Was she fired?
Huh?
I got a text message that says she was fired.
They said she was at first, but then it now is circulating on social media that she was not fired. She still has her job.
Uh-oh. Okay.
Yes, because some people are saying that technically she didn't really do anything wrong. She did follow protocol by triaging her supposedly and asking her the questions that needed to be asked. She just was like not making eye contact with her or addressing her pain.
Mm-hmm.
But as a nurse in the nursing world and healthcare field, not addressing pain is considered neglect, and your license can be suspended for that. So people said that they reported her to the board of nursing, but I don't know if anything's going to come of that, but that is a form of neglect. And I feel like she does need to be terminated and her license should be suspended. It was totally inappropriate and uncalled for.
Yeah. Well, listen, I appreciate your call. I'm going to be combing through this, and I want to get to the bottom if she was fired or put on some type of leave. Because as you said, maybe she was following protocol. I don't know. But her back being turned to the mother and the woman having the baby, to me, that was insensitivity. But I don't know if that's, something that you could sue the hospital for. But I appreciate the call. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. Phone lines are open. Yes, Deeds. I saw that video with regards to the nurse, another incident from 2023, I think, something with regards to somebody having a seizure. I'm not going to play that one, but thank you, Deeds. Guys, also, Shedeur Sanders made his NFL debut today. They lost, the Browns. I can't play that video, or so I don't think I can, right? With regards to the NFL, that's definitely a copyright strike. I got a notification because we played Trinidad and Tobago versus Jamaica Friday night. That was a little crazy. Area code 227. Are you there? Good evening. 227.
Hi, how are you?
Hey there. Please watch the language. I have to say that. What's going on? We're discussing the topic.
Yeah. About the woman in labor,
Yeah.
I've experienced during my labor, I had 3 kids.
Okay.
And when I was in labor, I had the nurse, she was telling me that I wasn't having contractions when I was like having contractions. She's like, oh, I don't see it on the monitor. And I'm clearly in pain.
Okay.
And she was just looking at me, a white nurse, looking at me like, I'm lying to her. And it's like, I'm in pain. I'm telling you, I need, medication. And only when my doctor arrived is when I got the epidural, and, my child was born like 30 minutes later. And it's like, they just don't believe that Black women have pain.
Okay. With regards to the video that I just played, and it's gone super viral, was there something on her left fingers? I don't know if I saw that. Was there some type of something monitoring her vitals?
Maybe for her blood pressure, I'm not sure.
Okay.
But the monitor that I had for contractions, it would go across your stomach, and that was like many, many years ago. But and I know of a person that died, giving birth, and that's, Black women die during childbirth way more than other ethnicities.
Is there any data?
I think it's due to the poor care.
Is there any data to explain why? I mean, I'm not doubting what you're saying, but is there any data to back that up?
Well, I don't remember exactly where I read it, but I've read it several times that it's due to the poor care in the medical field.
Mm-hmm. I would believe it. I would believe it, because if we go back to, centuries back, Black women gave birth at home or with each other. There was no hospital to go to within maybe a 30, 40, 50-mile radius. The Black people were different then, I wouldn't doubt it. Go ahead.
I would definitely recommend getting a Black doula, for sure, because, like you said, racism exists, and I doubt it will ever not exist, to be honest.
What did you say, Black doula? What is that, dear? What did you say?
It's like a medical professional where she would come to your home. Okay. She will help you with your labor, okay. And it may be, some non-traditional ways that she can lower your blood pressure, keep you calm, ease your contractions.
Didn't Erykah Badu give natural birth at home or something like that, if I remember correctly?
I heard that she was a doula. I don't know. I wouldn't have her. I would not recommend her.
Well, hang on now, don't start hating. I mean, troll babies. Didn't Erykah Badu give birth in a bathtub or something? I'm not trying to. I'm dead ass. But okay, you were saying, tell us more about this. I don't have any biological kids, so I really want to know, how does that work? Come on.
Well, I haven't had one. I had all of my children in a hospital.
Okay.
But since then, learning more and having family and friends that have had children, they recommend having that because they feel like it's more safe, more caring, and especially if the doula is, they specialize in, helping the mother and caring for the mother and caring for the baby and making sure that there's a positive outcome, not just in the hospital where it's like money.
Right. I would believe that. And I'm, again, I'm not trying to clown anybody for going that route, because some of these hospitals that they look at, people based upon their ethnicity as not being deserving of certain care, or, I don't know. They're not sure how you're going to react towards certain medication. Everything is a test. Well,
I would agree with that.
Yeah. Go ahead and land your plane, dear. I'm not rushing you. I'm really trying to get some information here, because again, I'm not a father, and I felt for that woman. I felt that she was being treated poorly. But go ahead.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, that's basically my input. It was very disturbing to watch, but I'm not at all surprised.
Yeah.
I'm glad that it is being broadcast, so that, there's people can take action for their own. Like the previous caller said, you have to advocate for yourself. Okay. You have to. That's all I have.
Thank you, darling. Thank you for the call. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. We're getting somewhere tonight. This is a topic that I'm curious about, Is that timestamp Tiffany tapping in area code 410? Tiffany?
Hey, Star. Good evening.
Hey, good to hear from you. What's going on?
Nothing much. I'm glad that you are addressing this topic. It was really disturbing for me to watch. Mm-hmm. And, more light definitely has to be shed on healthcare as it relates to women, specifically giving birth. And more doulas should be, bigged up, I guess, during this particular show. After I gave birth to my son, I went on to become certified as a doula. Because, so...
Well, hold on a second now. I know nothing about that area, so take your time. Was this something that in the history of Black culture, Black people, that was once widely accepted, or is this a newer term? Where does this come from?
No, it's always been around, as you said, for centuries and centuries, because all we could rely on was one another, and especially the sister circle of giving support to one another. I had my son actually at a birthing center without drugs or anything, and it was very important for me to experience everything. As I had shared before on your show, recovering from opioids at a certain time in my life, and just wanting to be drug free and bringing life into this world. It was a very humbling experience. It's you can't even explain it, and only women who've been there and done it can understand the experience of being outside of yourself and looking at yourself, looking down at yourself, bringing life into the world, whether you're on drugs or not. So, I'm not, everybody's experience is different, but you have to have someone who's going to advocate for you in the hospitals, especially during that time. And it was unfortunate to see her mother, especially, make such a comment. I felt so bad for her. And
if I can jump in here for a second, I don't know what the outcome of her situation has been, but with regards to the baby, do we have any information if the child is okay?
I hadn't followed up with the story yet. I'm learning everything new from what's going on tonight, but I'll find out, what's going on later. I always follow up, but it's the same thing, with the incident with that monster that was in there breaking the bones of the infants in the neonatal unit. And we just have to be more accountable for one another. And as you said, coming together to create hospitals or just birthing centers in places where we can feel safe. Yeah, I just wanted to
Well,
share that.
hang on a second, Tiffany. I just Googled a birth doula and some of the things that a birth doula does and what a birth doula does not do. So, yes, throughout American history, Black people, whether they were indigenous or, whether they came over from Africa, they had to work with each other, and bring children into the world. So I don't have any data. Deed sent me something here via text that says the CDC reports Black women have the highest maternal mortality rate in the U.S. I don't know what that was like 150 years ago or 200 years ago, but Black people populated at a rapid pace. So I would imagine that there's a lot of positive things to these birth doulas. Am I wrong?
Absolutely, because everything given life is very natural. So even when we're talking about the Western way of giving birth with the woman lying down, that's so ludicrous, especially when you're prone to be in a squatting position because that feels the most comfortable. So a lot of birthing centers actually have been shut down worldwide, especially in Maryland. But yeah, this whole notion of a woman lying down was introduced again by the matriarchal system specifically. And so, with natural birth, a woman should be allowed to walk around. If she wants to sit on the toilet because she feels comfortable, that's acceptable in their world. But the doula is there to give emotional support and advocate on behalf of a woman, because that is the most vulnerable state.
Let me jump in here for a second,
Sorry.
Tiffany. Again, according to what I just Googled, here's something that says what a birth doula does not do. Okay. Perform medical tasks. Doulas are not medical professionals and do not deliver babies, monitor medical conditions, or prescribe medication. So with regards to medication, and let's just say Caucasians in America, I would imagine, correct me if I'm wrong, they introduced medication by way of I don't know, C-sections or other things. Do you think, if you don't have any data, just say I don't know. Do you think that some of the medication may have been responsible or is responsible, pardon me, for some of the medical, I want to be careful what I say here, some of the medical things that can be wrong with a newborn child? You know what I'm trying to say?
I understand what you're saying, possibly or lack thereof, because so many things can happen in that moment. Possibly the baby becomes distressed. Maybe the cord is wrapped around its neck, or maybe the baby has went to the bathroom inside of the womb. So it's so many different factors that could go into a woman possibly losing her life and the child's life during birth, giving birth.
I'm more so talking about some of the long-term, and again, I don't know if these are diseases or not, but I'm just asking. Down syndrome, autism, and things of that nature. Maybe they are a result of some of the medication. But if you don't know, don't even.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never even looked into that. But as far as like Down syndrome and those types of birth defects, they usually I can find those things out during the second, third trimester.
Okay. Great to talk to you, Tiffany. Thank you so much.
You as well. Thanks for having me. Have a good one.
You too. Bye now. Phone lines are open. Guys, I can't play the Shedeur Sanders video, or maybe I will toward the end of the show. But this particular video, again, I saw that and I said, whoa. Her mother should have went ape shit. Ran into the next room and said, "We need help out here." Or rolled her into the intake area and started screaming and wolfing. Yes, no, maybe. Okay, thank you for your donation. Hi, Pauline. Pauline, you got to send in a donation, darling. I mean, I don't mind responding to a question, but if it's off topic, you know, and it's not about what we're discussing, I have to charge you. I can tell you about the Star and Buckwild show. I've got nothing to hide. But you got to send a $50 donation. I mean, my audience here, most of them were in Pampers. They were drinking Similac when I was on the radio. They don't care about what I said once upon a time. You send in a Venmo, dear, and I'll address it, okay? I'll give you dates and times and so on and so forth. Hey, is that one of my favorite people, Dana, with the data?
Hi, how are you?
Hey.
Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday. Good to hear from you. Did you address it? You address this on your platform, yes? The Real Dana?
Yes, I did a pre-record video and I uploaded it yesterday. So it's doing good. A lot of people are really talking about it on TikTok and X, and you're the second person that I see on YouTube that is talking about it. So maybe to pick up traction during the week, because this is something that needs to be discussed. Because it's a problem when it comes to Black women, you know, infant mortality and our maternal health. Okay. But I was hearing a conversation. It's a good conversation with the callers calling in. He was talking about the doula. You know, I have 2 kids. I gave birth in the hospital because I was too scared to do home birth. And that wasn't a thing in the 90s, but it's coming back now. And my daughter, you know, she has 4 kids. The first one was in the hospital. I was there with her from the beginning and end. Okay. The second one she had at home with the midwife in a tub. The third one, she went to a birthing center. And the last one, she did it herself at home. And I'm just like, but she did go get certified to be a doula. And she was already relatively a healthy person. Okay. But she did go to her OBGYN, you know, appointments throughout her pregnancy. But she gave that last one, she gave birth right at home and pushed the placenta and everything out. And the baby, you know, my grandson's all the kids are very healthy. So to the point, you know, it is something to having a midwife and having a doula and even giving birth at home. A lot of times it's more of a healthier environment because you're comfortable and you have a good support system. But it costs money as well.
Dana, hold on a second. Hold on a second. Kid, thank you for your donation. And who is Brenda? Brenda, call in. I don't mind promoting someone else's channel. Brenda, you're saying something about a Black woman and her Korean husband. She has 9 children. Now call in, Brenda. I'll let you speak. I'm very, very concerned. You know, everybody knows, or most people know, I'm not a biological father, but when we look at history and how stronger, you know, melanated people were in America, how they lived longer. They lived longer, and I can only guess. I don't know the data, but with regards to again these doula births, if I'm saying that right, you know, being homeschooled and not getting all these vaccinations, I would find some merit to this. Yes, no, Dana?
Yes and no. Okay. Yes, part to where, yeah, a lot of particularly women giving birth, you know, it was at home. You had the community midwife, and this has been going on, you know, since we were, you know, forced to come here, and even, you know, before that. However, my grandmother, who passed away this year, she was 97 or 96.
Okay.
She was born in a house because
Black women were not admitted into hospitals, so you didn't have a choice but to be born in a home.
Right.
We always had a midwife, even though she wasn't registered or didn't have a college education, but she had the knowledge, right? So my grandmother from her generation, you know, up until now, when my daughter was chose to give birth at home, my grandmother was like, well, did she not make it to the hospital in time? You know, why would she want to give birth at home? Because to them, they wanted to go to the hospital because they felt it was safer, but they were denied that access. But a lot of times you end up being healthy if the mom is healthy. But if you had complications, a lot of babies were dying. Just real quick, my grandmother's mother, my great-grandmother, she had a total of 20, 21 kids.
Lord Jesus.
But only 12 survived. So, you know, I mean, if she had access to a hospital, wouldn't have made a difference, but I don't know. So, yeah, so people gave birth to more babies, but then, you know, the mortality rate for Black women was still high.
Okay, so
it's just that you had a whole bunch of kids and a lot of them survived, you know.
The strongest survived. I hate to say it like that, but you know, with the medication and other things that they give children today, babies, infants, newborns. I mean, you know, maybe some of the medication makes them. I don't want to talk too crazy, but makes them sicker or become more sick as they grow, and it's not necessarily the best thing for them. I know that may sound a little crazy, but you know, just want to.
No, you don't sound crazy. Vaccinations is because a lot of the vaccinations a newborn does not need, but they give it to them, and you know, and parents think, well, you know, they're doing the right thing, they're protecting their child, but it's like, no, you could hold off on a lot of the vaccinations, but again, I vaccinated my kids going by, you know, the schedule because that is what you're taught. Okay. But now with all this, with information, you know, when you have access to a lot of information, you realize like, no, you're actually, you know, can be doing more harm than good. Right. So yeah, and then too, back in the day, the lifestyle was different. There were farmers, you know, they ate from the farm to the table. They, you know, they walked around. They wasn't sitting in front of a desk. Right. You were married. It was a community. So even though you were, you know, disenfranchised, Black people were more of a strong community, and that is so important. Just real quick to talk to about this situation. Even when Black women with money, they're having complications and ended up dying because it was the Olympic track star who died at home alone. Having a support system is very important. Yes, your demand should be there, but you also need a village of support.
Yeah. Okay, so yes, on your platform, The Real Dana, you addressed this days ago. That's what you know, we want to get across to people because you mentioned this to me. Was it yesterday? And I said I may or may not get to it, but I did a little research.
I think I mentioned it to you. Yeah.
Right. And here
right.
I went back and looked at the video because of your suggestion. I said, damn, she's sitting there screaming. And again, I'll just say this before you go. I didn't like her mother's attitude. Her mother almost had that attitude like, you know, those people who will watch you crash and burn and then say, I tried to tell you, you know, I told you shouldn't have done that, you know, them type of people. Go ahead.
Yeah, I didn't like that comment because when you in labor, you don't want to hear that shit. Right, get out of here with that. But and then too, I think maybe the mother wasn't as vocal because sometimes we if you're not a doctor or if you don't really have knowledge of the medical system, the healthcare system, you're very vulnerable whether you're a patient or you're accompanying somebody. But I think the mom should have raised a little bit of hell up in there to have a nurse come in and admit her in the back room, not sit in a intake in a wheelchair. Like, no, not at that stage because it sounded like she was crowning. So, yeah. But she about to get the bag, so
yeah, keep me posted on the story, Danny. You and I talk, quite often. So let me know if I need to do a follow up. Okay.
Okay.
Thank
All
you,
right.
Danny.
Have a good one.
Thank you so much. Dana with the data. Hey, Misty, I got your comment on the screen. You want to call in? I'm looking to be educated tonight, so feel free to speak. I give you the last word. You know that already. Misty says a topic long overdue. My daughter absolutely would not have came out alive if I wasn't there. Okay. Alejandro, I got your donation. Yeah, I did see. Hold on a second. I did see his comment. And yeah, Andrew Tate. Hold on a second, guys. And Janet sent me an email earlier. Janet said, "Did Andrew Tate come out of the closet?" Andrew Tate said on X. Give me a second. At 3:57 a.m. this morning, once you're rich and famous and can have any girl on the planet, you realize they're all scum and you don't want a single one. That's what Andrew Tate said. Yes, thank you for your donation. I don't agree with that, but thank you for your donation, darling. Let me go to area code 201. Hey there. Please watch the language. Are you there? Good evening.
I am, sir. How are you?
Good. Where do you want to start, sir?
Do you think this is a response to just modern day black fatigue, Star? And it's awkward that every time we play these videos, it is a white person and an African-American black individual on the other side. How come we don't see a Puerto Rican nurse offending a Japanese lady on the news? Why is it always white and black? You ever ask yourself that?
I want you to finish what you want to say, and then I will respond. Hang on, sir. Please don't talk on top. Let's not talk on top of each other.
I'm sorry.
I already came out the gate and said, "Where's the money that's going to the colleges? So let's put it into the black hospitals." So I'm kind of on the same page with you. But go ahead and speak. Go ahead.
Well, I think Star. I think. If it was a Puerto Rican nurse or a Japanese nurse, I think that our planet, because everybody is here in the States, has realized why racism exists in America. Okay? It's been justified the last 5 years, and it's all because of defund the police has exposed the content of everybody's character. So if you want to blame race regarding the incident that happened at this hospital, I don't think so, young man. It's a new day.
Well, hang on a second, sir. I'm not blaming race.
Sorry?
Excuse me. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not blaming race, sir. So slow down. And how old are you, sir? How old are you?
I will be 47 on Sunday.
Okay.
Next Sunday.
I'm your elder, sir. Young man. I'm your elder. Now, let's go back a second. No, I don't believe anything is justified. You don't get to treat people like crap just because you may have, just because she may have black fatigue. Either way, the nurse was insensitive. Wouldn't you say, with her back turned, whether she was Mexican, whether the woman was Caribbean? We don't know if she was African American. She could be Caribbean. I don't know, but that's no excuse for just having her back turned to her. Go ahead.
I think whether you're rich or poor, white, green, purple, everybody has come to a conclusion that African Americans today do not know how to respond to circumstances and situations correctly. Okay?
Is that how you feel? Is that how you feel?
I believe the whole planet feels that way.
Sir,
right?
sir.
Go ahead. Yes.
Is that
yes?
Is that how you feel? You.
1,000%.
Okay. Well.
And before you respond, tell the African American.
No, sir, I don't run messages. Excuse me.
Oh, okay. No, yeah.
Me.
Well, no, I'm going to the chat room, and the typical modern day response would to call me a racist, but tell the African Americans.
Sir, I don't run messages. Again, if you want to tell somebody something, go in the live chat. But land your plane.
Well, again, it's a response, right, to black fatigue. Right, you would have got the same response from a Puerto Rican nurse, right? A black nurse would have probably treated her the same way, right? But we didn't get that video. We got the white lady video. And that's why there's so much racism in America. Okay. That's why we're divided. That's why we're bringing this up.
Okay.
Right? Because it really doesn't matter.
All right.
Right? Because
So I got to take the calls. Did you land your plane?
I did. Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Just say it and stand on it, Whether it's black fatigue or not, insensitivity is something that, must be dealt with head on. But you're welcome to speak freely, as he just said. Hell, Rory speaks freely, so I'm not going to cut you short. Phone lines are open. Hey, Vera. Okay. Yes, my email address is on the screen. Let me also put something on the screen here. Again, guys, anybody want to call in about Shedeur Sanders? He made his debut today. I only saw little highlights. Anybody got any thoughts? How did he look? Do you think he has potential? Or was he shook? Let me go to area code 972. Please watch the language. Good evening. We're talking about the Dallas, Texas hospital, the black woman, active labor. Are you there?
Hello. Good evening, Star.
Good evening. How are you, man?
I'm doing well. So I want to talk about both the topics, or at least gloss over both of the topics.
Please.
Shedeur Sanders, I don't know anything about what he's doing. I don't keep up with NFL, but if he's starting and he's doing well, congratulations to him.
Well, he didn't start, so he came in after the starting quarterback, the rookie, got a concussion, but he got some playing time today, his first time.
Okay, well, salute to him. He got in the game. Salute to him.
Go ahead.
As far as the nurse at the et cetera in Dallas, right? That's something that should be addressed and investigated further. Not only should the nurse be checked out as far as why was she so nonchalant with the whole situation, but it's probably a greater issue in America as far as, the black women mortality rate, as far as their pregnancy goes. Another thing related to that is with the whole Stop DEI stuff and things of that nature, that reduces the amount of visibility that they have for those events like that to keep accountability or to keep count of when that happens. Because Trump and et cetera, Greg Abbott, as far as he's the Texas governor.
Can we not bring Trump into this, sir? It's almost like, everything is not Trump's fault.
Okay.
Now stay with me. We did have some really good callers earlier, a lot of females, one RN, and we've been touching on the mortality rates, and we've been talking about birth doulas. So we've actually gone down that path. Do you want to go in that area? Can you educate us? I don't know the full scope of this particular story, but we are combing through it.
Okay. Me personally, I don't know nothing about doulas. I can't speak or give you any knowledge or game on doulas.
No do I.
So that being said, I did do a little investigation or a little further digging into the particular nurse that was working with that lady who was in labor on the video. She apparently has been on other videos. As far as Black patients go, she's been very nonchalant. So it's not the first time that this particular nurse has been on video, not giving a darn about Black patients. So I don't know if it's just a her issue, or if is it a Texas issue, or is it a greater America as far as nurses go issue? Because I think somebody in the comments brought up, which is true, you know, some of the doctors and practitioners, they look at Black people as if they have a higher degree of pain tolerance. So if a Black person is complaining about something, it's not a big deal because they just have a bigger pain tolerance. It's not really a big deal. So
I don't mean to laugh, but there have been reports and stories like that. I don't want to give this woman a pass, even if she has Black fatigue, and that has not been confirmed. I'm not saying it's not a possibility, but even if she has Black fatigue, that does not excuse her behavior with regards to that position. Again, racism is always going to be here. I think racism, blatant racism, can help you grow. Hell, I grew up in the lily white suburbs, and I appreciate racism head on. I don't like a covert racist. I want to know who you are. You follow me? But let me ask you this. And you're right. I hope there is some type of investigation, because there are people not just who target Blacks, but they can target other cultures and or ethnic groups, and they feel that they need to do God's work by cleansing some of these degenerates.
I mean, that may be what they feel like. I'm following you.
Yeah, come on.
So what I was going to say to respond to that is, perhaps she just had a bad day at work. Maybe she always gets along with her Black coworkers, and she had a bad day at work. And she saw this Black bitch that came in labor, and she didn't have time for it today. Maybe that was the case.
Could be the case. I'm not racist, but this broad came in here talking slick, so I'm gonna show her who's really in charge.
Perhaps that could be the case, but at the same time, like you mentioned or alluded to before, I appreciate some racism, especially if it's up front. Hey, if I know you're a racist, that doesn't bother me as much as somebody who's a closet racist or a behind the scenes racist. I would appreciate the, hey, you're Black, I don't like you because you're Black, etc. But yeah, as far as you said, you don't know who I am. I'm just I'm a young guy. I'm 35. I'm in the military. I support the killing of, terrorists and et cetera, all that type of stuff.
Thank you for your service.
I'm in the cybersecurity field.
Thank you for your service.
And salute to the small hats. Unrelated, but salute to the small hats, because, hey, they know what's going on, and they got their position.
So I got other calls. Thank you. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Maybe this is not racism. What do you think? Maybe that person works in a what do you call it? A high capacity. Is that the right word? A high intake atmosphere. People come in all day, all night, screaming, "I need help! I've been shot. I've been stabbed. Give me some pain. Give me something for the pain." Maybe this woman just said, I'm not going to let nobody push my buttons here today. Shedeur Sanders made his NFL debut earlier, guys, if you're not up to speed. Someone says hospital fatigue. Okay. Hospital fatigue. Tired of this certain type of, or these certain types of people all day, every day. Somebody just got shot. Somebody just lit somebody else on fire. Anybody from that area want to educate us? Area code 443. Good evening. Please watch the language. Are you there? 443. Yes, no, maybe.
Hey, what's going on, Star?
Hey, how are you, sir? How are you?
So pretty good. Yeah, I don't think it's fatigue. This is my only question. Now, the daughter's in labor, and the mother decides to pull out her phone and start recording instead of comforting her daughter. You pull your chair up next to your daughter and say, "Baby, it's gonna be okay. Let me hold your hand. Let me hold your hand. Come here." So you don't be dumb. Come on. Let me hold your hand. Come on. Let me rub your back. The mother sits back and starts recording. If I'm seeing the mother do that and I'm a nurse, I'm like, yeah, I don't care. You didn't care about your daughter. It should be all right. Why is the mother recording? Why isn't the mother showing her daughter affection? That's so weird.
Because mama might be focused on a bag. Mama might be thinking two steps ahead, you know?
Yep. That's my point. Mama's thinking about the bag. Don't ask me.
Mama thinking about a G-Wagon and some Valentino sandals, you know?
Mama don't care if that baby's retarded, slow, lack of oxygen.
Sir, you got to watch the R word. You can say nigga all day, but watch that R word. Watch that R word.
Mentally slow. Mama don't care.
Yeah.
She didn't put a hand on her. She didn't put a hand on her baby girl's back. Didn't rub her back. Didn't rub her hair. Didn't pat. Say, "Baby, it's gonna be okay. Let me get next to you." You give her in pain.
Yeah.
That's crazy to me. I'm gonna pull out my phone and start talking junk to the nurse. That's why that's
Mama wasn't really talking greasy to the nurse. Mama was sitting there, you know, and she's taking long pauses, and she could have been thinking.
Go ahead. Yeah, it's for the bag, man. It's for the bag. So don't now try to get sympathy from us and say we don't care about these black babies and get it don't work like that. Okay. It don't work like that.
Okay.
Mom is probably fatigued too. She said she had 2 babies, right? Mom is probably fatigued. That's another baby she'll have to take care of. And
Mama thinking about wood grain gripping and some red bottles.
Exactly. Shoot, man. Right. No sympathy.
Sir,
sympathy
I don't want to make this a laughing matter, but thank you for your call. Thank you.
I bet.
Yes. Let's not do that, folks. Let's not do that. Big Elvis the Chef, I got your Venmo donation. Thank you, sir. Elvis, earlier I asked the question, maybe you can call in, help me out. I was asking, when did all this extra cheese on pizza start? Well, if I had to guess, it was Puerto Ricans in the Bronx in the 80s. Yes, I'm old, kids, born in 64, so I remember real pizza, Neapolitan pizza from New Jersey. It was about the sauce, a little basil and a little mozzarella, not all of this extra cheese that has become such a thing in the inner city areas. I got all worked up in Wilmington, North Carolina, and I asked the guy for a refund. He looked at me like I was crazy. The white guy. I said, "Bro, come on, bro. I figured you'd want. I figured you want a little extra cheese." I was insulted. I grew up eating authentic pizza. I know what pizza is. I cannot eat what is it, Little Caesars? Trash. I can't eat Domino's. I can't eat what else? What are the other chains? What are the other pizza chains? I can't eat that crap. It's not pizza. Oh my God. Maybe 3 or 4 months ago, I was over my part-time girlfriend's house. Her grandkids were over there. Her grandkids were playing with some little, what do you call it? The gender liquid dolls. Pardon me, gender fluid. What did I say? Gender liquid. Gender fluid dolls. And when you go into an Ashkenazi Jewish home and they offer you food, it's an insult if you say no. And they had pizza, so I got a slice of pizza. Some pizza they bought from a pizzeria. And again, the goddamn cheese, a mountain of cheese. I took a couple of bites, and I said, I'm going to take this with me. Just so I didn't insult her. Big Elvis, the Chef Rosenberg, thank you for your support, and thank you for calling in, sir. Are you there, Big Elvis?
Big Elvis, the Chef Rosenberg, I am here, star. Hey, I got an answer for your question. You might not like it.
Come on.
It is not a person of color thing. It's a Pizza Hut thing. When Pizza Hut was running their commercials in the 80s, it was all about the cheese pull.
Okay.
So now you got a whole generation of kids wanting the cheese pull, and now they have children, and it's all about the cheese pull. And it's very, very expensive. What people don't know is cheese changes every day. The price of cheese changes. You go to your restaurant supply store, it ain't the same price. Every day it changes. So it's very expensive. So, and then if you're doing it the right way, the Neapolitan way, which is provolone and mozzarella put together, then it's really expensive to give these kids what they're looking for, and that is the cheese pull.
You had a pizzeria one time, yes? Or a restaurant? I forget.
Right. And I'm back in it now. I'm back in the pizzeria business now.
Okay. I want to give you I want to give you a little pushback. Pizza Hut, founded in 1958. I know the history of pizza in America. Again, 1905, the first licensed pizza parlor, pizzeria. I know about Chicago deep dish pizza. I remember, again, growing up where I grew up, authentic pizza. But when I started going to New York with the family, I noticed more cheese. And authentic Neapolitan pizza had mozzarella, not provolone.
It's a blend, a mix.
Well, no. So you can Google this. Authentic Neapolitan pizza was mozzarella. The provolone came later. I think that was the 60s. Or something like that, but I'm talking about the origins of it, and I'm disgusted. I can't eat this whole goddamn glob of cheese. It makes me sick. So my question: you're saying Pizza Hut into what year was that they introduced the what did you say, pizza pull? What year was that?
The cheese pull. I don't know, but I'm thinking 86.
Hold on a second.
I'm thinking 86, the cheese pull, when it became, and they even started putting the cheese inside of the crust, the cheesy crust.
Yeah, that was later, Elvis. You are a pizzeria owner. I mean, no disrespect. That must have been mid to late 80s. I'm talking about early 80s. I remember going up to, what was it, Baychester, Parkchester. And I remember Pizza Hut cheese pull 2022. I'm trying to find the year. I'm blaming the Puerto Ricans. Go ahead, jump in.
No, it's not the Puerto Ricans, man. I wish it was, but it's really not. It's that damn commercials. These commercials, I've convinced people that it's all about that damn cheese pull, and the price changes every day, and I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it, Star. I'm sick of it. Oh man, it's super expensive, man. That's why I like Jeff Portnoy. He does the one bite pizza, and a lot of pizzas are converting to his style, where it's more like a cracker. The bottom crust is like a cracker, and it's a play on the Neapolitan pizza, but it's really the New England style pizza.
What's his first name again?
Portnoy, Jeff, something Portnoy. I know his last name is Portnoy. He has the one pizza, one bite pizza
thing,
challenge.
I'm gonna Google him because he's how old? Dave Portnoy.
Dave Portnoy, very good Star. Right.
Well,
and you know he's New England. You know that's a New England
I
style
know
pizza.
his history. He was born in '77. He came later. I'm not trying to say he doesn't know pizza, but I'm talking about the mounds and extra cheese. I'm saying it's disgusting. I say it's all, and I'm not even blaming the Mexicans now because the Mexicans are in the kitchens now. You know this at any type of Italian pizzeria. Who's making the pizza in the back?
Oh, it's the Mexicans all day, every day. The Mexicans, their pizza men are all Mexicans.
Yeah. And they put too much oil in the goddamn pizza if you really want to know. But anyway,
they're drowning the pizza with oil after it comes out the oven.
Right.
Like what? Why are we doing this?
Well, hey, do you want to chime in on the Dallas, Texas hospital ignoring the black woman in active labor? You see the video?
No, I just been hearing everyone, but I didn't get a chance to see it when you aired it, and nor did I hear about it. But I know that the hospitals are a business, and they're looking for the buck. And if there's a problem in any way, shape, or form, they're not having it. They've been known to like drop people off, put them in cabs, and get them up out of there. So I don't know the true particulars of this story, but I'm glad I was able to donate to the machine, and I appreciate your stuff.
Did you see Shador Sanders' debut today? Not that you had to. I'm just asking.
No. You know, I don't do sports.
Don't worry about it. Elvis,
can I just say this?
Yes, please.
I'm glad that the TikTok girl got arrested. That I'm happy about.
Which one?
The one who said that she was essayed by the guy when she went to deliver his food, and he told her to leave it outside the door, but she opened up the door, videotaped it, and said she was essayed.
Right.
She just got arrested. So I'm very happy.
Yeah. Good to talk to you, Elvis. Good to talk to you. Peace. Okay. Big Elvis, the Chef Rosenberg. Okay, guys, hold on a second. Peace, Tariq. Yes, sir. Neapolitan pizza. It's mozzarella. Don't we have a guy who lives in my hometown, Scotch Plains, New Jersey? I forget his name. Pardon me. My brain is fried. Is Alfonso's Pizzeria. Let me Google it. I'm sure it's not around. Permanently closed. Yeah. Park Avenue. Wow. When did it close? Let's go there in the 70s. Wow, look at the pictures. Guys, give me a second. I'm going back now, back into time. Oh my God, look at the pictures. You see? Sauce. The sauce. Hi, Vera. Okay, Vera says, I'm insulted how you speak about black women making lasagna. I don't want to lie to you. Just like Puerto Rican fried chicken. I think that's disgusting. Puerto Rican fried chicken. Area code 818. Please watch the language. Are you there? 818. Good evening. Yes, no, maybe.
Hey, good evening. Good evening, sir. Power Ranger X.
Power Ranger X. How are you, sir?
Yes, Star. I wanted to speak on the lady that was having a hard time in the hospital.
Yeah.
I think she shouldn't have waited that long. I mean, you got the nurse right there, her I believe that nurse could have done this better.
Okay.
That's why she's there.
Okay.
And I feel like the hospitals need to be a little more better with people's time because obviously that could have handled with better care than that. That's why her mother took the phone out and started recording so to make proof of that. I think that was a better move because if you were to start counseling like the other caller said, then that we might not be able to see that.
Well, listen, this is the objective perspective. I want people to speak freely. I know nothing about that area. You know, I saw the video and I try not to overreact. But I've been doing media for so long, you know, some of these stories, there's certain things about people that I can somewhat sort of get a handle on. And I don't necessarily just, you know, align myself with racism off the top. You feel me? Everything's not racist. Go ahead.
Everything's not racist, but when you waste too much time over there, and we don't know if the nurse is really doing her job, and she's having all that time wasted. Maybe she could have said, "Oh, well, let me call the doctor right away," because if that were me, I'd be like, you know what? Let me call the doctor again just to make sure that this is not, you know, maybe the doctor wasn't busy.
Okay. Hey, Power Ranger X. For those who don't know, you cammed up on Friday. It didn't make the final edit, but you did cam up. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I appreciate you, man. Have a great night. Salute.
Oh, yes. I totally thank you for that.
Yes, sir.
If you want me to came up, I'm always here.
Yeah. Thank you, man. Thank you. Okay, Power Ranger X. Yeah, he camped up. Friday's show was a shit show. Oh, my God. We had to whittle that one down. Hold on a second. Now, let me be very, very objective, okay? Because I don't support tribalism. You've heard me say that on multiple occasions. Will she get a bag? More than likely. The mother and the daughter, they're going to get something. The Harriet Eve 9 experience, thank you for your comment. Would you care to call in, darling? I'll let you speak. I won't, interrupt. Give you the last word. Let me ask you guys this. Whatever area that is, we have the name of the hospital. But whatever area that is, might they have some type of issue with people of a certain ethnicity always coming in, never having insurance? It's all about insurance. And something that causes problems. Not that I'm giving anybody a pass, and I'm not saying that this woman's actions are justified in any way, shape, or form. But here's the thing. She went to that hospital. Was that her first time there? Usually when you go to hospitals, they have your information. Yes, no? Should she have gone there prior to the time that we saw this Friday? Got her information in the system. Oh, it's all about the system. It's all about the system, right? We need you to go fill this out. Have a seat over there. Here's a pen. Even urgent care. You've got to get your info into the system. Yes, no? In the live chat. Oh, okay, now we're talking. Black Maverick. Health insurance determines how the doctors / nurses treat you. Did she have insurance? Was the pregnant woman and her mother running a play? Oh my God, black women run plays. Black women run plays. Let's be honest. Black women get caught stealing. I'm pregnant. Put your hands behind your back. But I'm pregnant. Bitch, put your hands behind your back. I'm just trying to, add to the conversation. I don't know. Area code 214. Good evening. Please watch the language. Are you there? 214.
Star. Yo, Star, what it do, man? It's Jay, man, from Dallas, man.
Hey, what's up, man? How are you, sir?
I'm blessed, bro. I can't complain. I've been watching for years, man. I just happened to see this. I'm out here. I'm in Mesquite right now, matter of fact. And whoever caller per saying that Mesquite is like South Dallas, wrong.
Okay.
That's like, you know what I'm saying? This is a working class area. Okay. It got a little rough areas around the way, but it's a working class area. It's mixed black, Mexican, and white folks historically.
Okay.
Now it's a little bit more niggas than Mexicans. I'm just keeping it real.
Okay.
But from what I've seen in that video, I mean, hell, she look like, over there, that's off Galloway and shit. So that's like in the older area.
I just need you to watch the language, sir. Just watch the language.
Okay. Go ahead. Gotcha, bro. My bad. But yeah, in that area, it's more, older homes, older area, EBT, beer and wine stores, you know what I'm saying? So you might get a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Did she have insurance? Who knows? But that lady was just being lazy, bro. Right. And she probably was a little prejudiced because, I mean, we in Texas. You know what I'm saying? Like, this white folks being white folks. But still, that's no excuse for you not to do your job. Right. I don't care what somebody is. Whenever you take that oath to be a medical professional, you're supposed to be professional in what you do, regardless.
You're right.
So,
You're right.
this is something that's new, and I'm pretty sure once it hits the slab, it will not, it won't go quiet in the night. I just put it like that. Somebody gonna have something to say about that once it goes. It's already went viral because y'all talking about it up there.
Super viral.
But once everybody, once everybody see about that, it's gonna be some ruckus about that here in Dallas County. But yeah, man, that lady out of pocket, out of bounds. They're gonna, like you said, they're gonna probably get a bag for that. And I'm just gonna watch the show, man. But
no, stay with me. Stay with me because you bring a perspective. You have in-depth knowledge. I don't mean.
Yeah, I went to high school out here, man.
Okay. I don't mean to troll, man, but sometimes I got to be a little, I have to stir the pot to get people talking and get people thinking. But you're right.
You got to laugh to keep them crying.
You're right about white folks from Texas. I remember back in 1990, I was in Fort Worth Airport, and for some reason, I was buying some little items, and the woman said, "Are you from New York?" And I said, "Yeah." And she just started talking about, "Yeah, I don't have no interest in going to New York. I don't even like talking to people from New York." I said, "Well, goddamn," she almost started, just going a little too hard in the paint. But I just okay, well, let me get my and get up out of here. So white folks, again, from my experience in Dallas and Fort Worth, they're very extra and they're very upfront with the racism. Am I wrong?
Well, I'll tell you this. I grew up out here. I traveled around. I'm a military guy myself.
Thank you.
Came back home.
Thank you for your service.
Yeah. So no, man. You're welcome, bro. You're welcome. Somebody got to get the benefits and put it in. Yeah. But it's two type of black folks down here. Yeah. Well, maybe even three. Okay. It's black folks that's gonna kind of cowtown, put their head down. Right. It's black folks that are gonna ignore it and get their paper, and then it's black folks that's gonna meet it how it comes.
Right.
So, they know who to play with. I put it like that. It's brothers and sisters down here that ain't going for it. Right. So just know that. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like anywhere else in the world. Up north, I've been up top, Tri-State, Philly. Shout out to my Philly peoples.
Okay. We don't do shout outs, sir. Please, we don't do no shout outs.
All right, bet that. But I'm just saying though, man, like, it's black folks everywhere that ain't going, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's black folks everywhere that, are gonna meet whatever you bring to us, we're gonna bring it because it's open carry and it ain't just one way. Let's put it like that.
Right. Do you know?
I just leave it. I just leave that there.
Do you know if she still has her job? I'm trying to find out if she's been fired or not. I got a couple of reports here that say she's no longer there.
They, over the years, Mesquite is a metropolitan area, and they do a good job of trying to appear to be balanced. But I will say with something like this, yeah, they're gonna probably get up out the paint because we right next door. Mesquite is a working class suburb, but just like anywhere else in the country, you're like you're across the highway, you in the hood. Okay. So they don't want that to bleed over into the Grove and other areas of the city when people start getting around. Like, say, man, what y'all doing over there? Yeah. So they're gonna probably they're gonna address it. It's not gonna go unaddressed. Okay. But for the most part, man, you know what I'm saying. I would say everybody in the country, man. It's a lot going on, and we know racism exists. We're not naive to that. Right. But I would tell everybody, you know, try to be level-headed. But in the words of Michael X, if somebody with you, you know what to do. All you know what I'm saying?
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Leave it at there. All right, now. Peace.
Yes, sir. Okay. Very good call. Very good call. Deeds sent me a text message. They have my chart now for patient information to share across the network. That's a whole fact. And my chart always sends you a message for early check-in. Is this just a big quagmire? Here you come now kicking up dust, claiming racism. I got to do all this work because you didn't do it. We send you emails. Did you see the state trooper there? Okay, yes, sir. Thank you so much. I got your donation on the screen. Salute to you. I did see it, but I want to stay on topic. I did see it. I don't know the full backstory, though. It was on GMA Good Morning America this morning. Looked mad hateful. Yes, and the trooper, has the trooper been suspended or? I'm not sure. Thank you for your donation. Detroit Siggy says, great show, Star. Well, listen, I'm trying to be objective. I mean, but I've already said I didn't like the way the nurse had her back toward the woman and the mother. Whether she's got black fatigue or not, whether those two black women were running a play or not, whether they should have logged in, as Deed said, to my chart, just seemed insensitive to me. Hey, Evelyn, I thank you for your continued support. Did you see the video, Evelyn, of what we're talking about?
How you doing, Star?
I'm doing.
No, I did not see the video.
Wait a minute. Evelyn, for you, I will play it again. You got a minute?
You can play it again, but I believe everything that you said.
No. You have to see it. Do you have a minute, Evelyn?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I'm gonna play it right now. I'm gonna put you on hold and just watch the screen. Okay. Okay. Evelyn, did you see it? Where's Evelyn? Give her a second.
Yeah, I'm right here. Star, let me tell you something.
Come on.
I would if that was my daughter, I wouldn't even been talking to that woman. You know who I would have been talking to?
Who's that?
First of all, I would have been talking to my lawyer. I would have got his ass on the line and tell him to get on up here to the hospital where I'm at with my daughter that's in labor, having a baby, and this woman haven't even got her on a gurney. She have her sitting in a wheelchair, and she knows damn well that you don't even need to have nothing. When you having a baby, when you coming in there having a baby, as far as I know, they gonna take you right to the back. If it's a baby, a heart attack, a stroke, a car wreck, anything like that, you going straight to the back. It's not no sitting there talking about no insurance. You're not even supposed to care if anybody had insurance. And how I know this is, I used to work at Kaiser. It doesn't matter.
Come on.
It does not matter.
Tell people what Kaiser is for those who don't know. Kaiser, for those who don't know.
Huh?
You said Kaiser.
Oh, Kaiser is a hospital. It's all over the United States.
Okay.
You know, they have clinics and hospitals.
Okay.
I can't believe it. I'm in shock here. I can't hear you, Star.
I'm listening to you. I'm not saying I'm listening to you.
Oh, okay. I can't look at the TV and because I got a delay on my phone, evidently. I had turned around and looked at the TV. So let me turn back around to the phone. Star.
Well, let me ask you a question now. Again, I'm not giving this woman no pass because the insensitivity, even if the woman, Carrie, that's her name, Karrie, Carrie Jones, even if she and her mother didn't, do the whole my chart thing, do you think that there's just a miscommunication? Maybe it's just the nurse.
Hell no.
No? Okay, come on.
Let me tell you something. I'm going to use Long Beach for example. In Long Beach, it's 3 big hospitals.
Okay.
1 small hospital. If you already had your doctor, say it's at Memorial, your doctor is at Memorial Hospital. That's where you're supposed to give birth at. You guys already know this. You got it set up that this is where you're going. But if you start going into labor, and matter of fact, Memorial and St. Mary's is on the same street. One is just up further and one is down lower towards the beach. Okay, if you get into labor and you can't make it to Memorial, usually a person just going to drive right into St. Mary's.
Okay.
Okay, and then after you have your baby, they get you stabilized and you have your baby and everything, then they'll take you on over to Memorial, where you were supposed to be at, via your insurance. Now, this is what I'm finna get down to.
Come on.
They supposed to stabilize you no matter what. If you're having your baby and you're crowning, that means that we can see the baby's head. Okay. It's no going in the wheelchair because, first of all, you could break the baby's neck. You supposed to, when they bring, when a person come out there and say, "Oh, my daughter is in labor. Can you come and bring some?" They're supposed to bring a gurney, not no damn wheelchair anyway.
Okay. All right. Hang on a second. Mr. Controversy sends in a comment on the screen. She's in Mesquite, Texas. Y'all don't know how effing small Mesquite is. Y'all don't know how Mammy has acted before in that hospital during prior births. Well, Mr. Controversy, she didn't have her other babies at that hospital because the nurse was asking her had she had other children, and she was typing that information in, as the woman, Carrie, or whatever her name is, I'm sorry, was talking. Yeah, Carrie. So, but thank you for your comment. Go ahead, Evelyn.
What I'm trying to tell you, Star, is this. They shouldn't have even been doing none of that. That paperwork does not matter. That goes out the window until we get the baby here. Now, after the baby is born, and that's your hospital, then we go. We got to stabilize the baby. We got to stabilize the mom, make sure everything's good.
Can I jump in, Evelyn? Because what you're saying makes a lot of sense. I appreciate your knowledge, your expertise. I have never been in a delivery room with a woman having giving birth. I've never been there.
I know you haven't, because they brought her right on in past.
Hang on. Let me just say this. Let me just say this. Do you think there's a chance in that place, Mesquite, and I don't know how big Mesquite is, that white nurse knew that black woman? Do you think there's a chance that maybe they had some type of interaction? If it's a small place, Mesquite, Texas, maybe the black woman was messing with the white woman's man and she decided to get some get back. Bitch, I'm gonna make you wait. What do you think, Evelyn?
Okay. They may know each other, but guess what? I wasn't, only a medical assistant.
All right.
Only a medical assistant. I know for a fact.
Evelyn, listen, I want you to land your plane, but I was trying to put something on the table because you see.
Give a damn.
Hang on, Evelyn. Hang on, Evelyn. I was just trying to put something on the table. You see, when the dick is involved, women don't care. Damn this job. Damn this job. This bitch been screwing my man. Bitch, you gonna wait when the dick is involved. Land your plane, please.
Okay.
I'm being silly, but land your plane. Go ahead.
No, that's what you said what I was just going to say. That, I don't care if she was going with your man. Guess what? You still supposed to do your job and get this woman some help.
Okay.
Because you took an oath to do it.
Okay. Evelyn, I got to take the calls. I thank you. I thank you so much.
All right, Scar.
All right. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Folks, I'm not trolling. I'm as serious as colon cancer. Maybe sometimes the way I lay things out, you may think I'm trying to be funny. I'm not. How big is Mesquite? How big is Mesquite? When the dick is involved, women don't give a goddamn. Damn this job. I don't give a. Right or wrong? Someone said this nigga created a whole other scenario. Yes, sir. This is the objective perspective. Was the dick involved? Yeah, emotions. Bitch, I'm not even looking at you. You were at the telly with my fiance. The telly is what we used to say back in the 80s, short for, the telly motel. Bitch, you gonna wait. I don't give a goddamn about your water breaking. Yes, no, maybe. Area code 917, good evening. Please watch the language. I do the cursing. 917, are you there? Good evening.
Yes, hi. How are you, Star?
I'm alive. Niggas are dying, and niggas got all sorts of gout and all sorts of ailments, and here I am. Good evening. How are you?
I'm good. So I just want to make this brief.
No.
I just want to make this brief.
No. Don't make nothing brief. Please take your time. You saw the video? Did you see the video?
Yes, I saw it before you showed it to me. So, watching it again, I took a whole different perspective.
Come on.
So I don't know if you remember Dr. Jackie from Married to Medicine. She had this whole controversy a couple of years ago, and she had to go online and apologize because she, as a Black gynecologist and an OB, said that Black women exaggerate their pain when they're in labor. So I'm saying to myself, see, this is the stereotype that went out there, and this young white girl is just typing away, and she's just like, oh, she'll be okay. But this is the stereotype that went out there, and Dr. Jackie had to go out on this whole apology campaign, and she took a beating.
Okay.
So I'm wondering how many other healthcare professionals that are in marginalized communities feel the same way. How many other people that this happened to? Because if you listen, the lady that was with her, I don't know if it was her aunt or whoever, she said, her mother, she said, when you knew you was going to have this baby here, you should have said no or something like that. So that hospital already has a bad reputation. And that, it's not a sense of urgency there. They're probably understaffed. Everybody who's marginalized in that area probably goes there. Their insurance is messed up, using somebody else's Medicaid card to have abortions or whatever the case is. Probably all kinds of stuff goes on there. That's all I had.
No, stay with me. You're bringing some good information to the table. I don't know. I've never been in that situation. I've always taken. And I'm being dead ass. I've always taken the coward way out. I'm gonna give you the money to get your stomach pumped. I just need you to sign.
You know what?
Hang on. I'm as serious as colon cancer. I've been through it maybe 3 times. You sign this now to indemnify me because if you don't go through with it, you have released me. and I'm not, anyway, you know what I'm trying to say. So, I don't know, Miss Skeet. Go ahead.
And I don't know that area either. I have no idea. This is the first I'm ever hearing it. But, women also, and I know this is, I'm going to probably take some backlash for this, but, women, we all also have to stop having these babies back to back, like it's a toy. This is what happens when you don't have your finances together. You're living in a small community, you're struggling, and you just having babies like, oh, the government will take care of it. So this is what you get. This is the type of treatment you get. Where's your support system? Where's the father? Is he around? It's the same story. If you want to play around and have sex or whatever.
Can I ask how old are you, dear?
For yourself.
Can I ask how old are you?
I'm a woman of a certain age.
Well, no. I want you to educate us, just in a roundabout way. You sound like you're very knowledgeable. I'm trying to learn here.
I'm in my 50s. I'm in my 50s.
Okay.
And I have.
Let me put another scenario on the table, because you see, I'm a man of experience. Do you think that the nurse was jealous? She can't have no babies. Here come another black bitch.
Yes.
Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. Here come another black bitch pushing out, getting ready to push out a little bundle of joy. She gonna get all sorts of government assistance. I can't even have one. I've tried. I've tried, and I had 2 stillborns, and what do you call the other thing? I'm sorry, I don't mean to be insensitive. I've had 2 stillborn births. What one came out, anyway. But you think that could be why the insensitivity? She didn't even look at him. Didn't look at him.
It's funny that you said that, because that same Dr. Jackie was accused of the same thing, because she was a black woman and she couldn't have children. So everyone said, "Oh, you're insensitive because you couldn't have children." So she was very dismissive, they saying, to her patients. And they thought that was one of the reasons. Of course, that may as well be because she's young. I mean, she appears to be young. The nurse that was taking the information.
Are you talking about Dr. Cheyenne Bryant? You talking about Cheyenne Bryant?
No, I'm talking about Dr. Jackie from Married to Medicine. I forget what her last name is.
Okay.
Married to Medicine. The Bravo show.
Okay. Dr. Cheyenne Bryant is Dr. Cheyenne Bryant is the one that they're accusing of being a seafood platter eater, but she says she's heterosexual, right? Did I get that right?
You know what? I'm not familiar with her. Okay. So I really can't say.
I don't know her sexuality. I just, that they're accusing her of being a muff diver. A troll babies? Yes, no? She's a muff diver.
Well, I always wonder. She's always appeared to be so beautiful and glamorous. What's her issue? Why she can't keep no man? So
who?
I always thought it was something.
Dr. Bryant, Cheyenne Bryant.
Bryant, you're talking about? Okay. Yeah.
She's attractive, but beauty is skin deep. Let's not be calling people beautiful just because they put on some makeup and no. There's a lot that goes in.
Answer.
There's a lot that goes into being beautiful. But go ahead.
Yes. That's true, but I'm saying there's the answer. She always found some issue with some man because she really liked females.
I don't know.
So she should have just came out and said that from the beginning.
Well, she says she's
not that I care, but I'm just saying.
Well, listen, okay, go ahead and land your plane, dear. Land your plane with regards to.
My plane has landed right in JFK.
Thank you, darling. I appreciate the call. Thank you so much.
Good talking to you, Star.
You too.
Bye.
Okay. Deez, did I put the text to speech link at the top of the live chat? The text to speech link. Deeds says Mesquite, Texas has a population of about 150,000 people. Thank you, Deeds. Guys, that's Deeds Cash App on the screen. If you want to send a donation to the show, you can send it to Deeds. Deeds and I will split it and divvy it up. Deeds also says the owner of Alfonso's Pizzeria in your hometown retired in 2020. Okay. Great memories. Great memories. Dana, thank you for calling in. Guys, we also use Venmo on the screen if you want to support the content. I wasn't sure about this conversation tonight, to be honest with you. I said, let me take a shot. I was really, really having a rough day behind that whole goddamn pizza thing. You know, I can make pizza. I've told you before, I'm a hell of a cook, but I don't like to cook, you know. I just don't like cooking anymore, you know. I'm a hell of a cook. Thanks for addressing this. Hey, timestamp Tiffany, thank you for your support. She says, thanks for addressing this one, star. Tiffany, you sent me a brand new link, right? For your channel, Doug Life. Guys, please go check out Tiffany's YouTube channel. That's timestamp Tiffany on the screen right there. And we will get that into the community section tomorrow. But I see we have folks in the queue. Have you guys sent in donations? This is a good topic, but I still don't want to talk to broke people, just so that we're clear. Please don't just, you know, hang in the queue. Yo, I've been listening to you for years, and you've never donated. Area code 646. Good evening. Did you see the video? 646. Yes, no, maybe. Okay, let's get you out of there. Okay. Have a good night. Area code 586. Good evening. Are you up to speed on the topic? 586. Yes, no, maybe. Good evening. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good night. Let's go to area code 301. Are you there?
I'm here. Can you hear me, Star?
Hey there. Please watch the language. That's all I ask, okay?
Yes, I'm calling about the young lady in the L&D. I don't know if she's in L&D or in the emergency room, but I can share a little knowledge on it because
please.
I'm out here in Prince. Okay.
You're where?
I'm out here in Prince George's. I'm in Prince George's County, Maryland.
Okay.
And my sister, she's been working in L&D for years out there, and it's Prince George's Hospital Center.
Okay.
And I could shed a little light on it. You know, with a lot of FBAs, they like to drive past that hospital or pick doctors that have no affiliation with that hospital.
Okay.
And they're very picky, but it's actually a very good hospital. But the L&D staff are 95% FBA and 5% other. So there's judgment passed on, you know, predominantly black hospitals with, you know, predominantly black staff.
Okay.
And they'll drive past there and go to another county in Maryland, and you know they kind of F around and find out, you know. So you know, I think that's a problem also. So with this young lady, she probably picked a doctor this time, and I'm pretty sure she had insurance because she has a physician, you know, a gynecologist, OBGYN that she's getting prenatal care from. So you know. She does have insurance, but she decided to go with a doctor this time that would deliver at this hospital, which she probably thought was better, and she found out also.
Okay.
So, you know, with a lot of FBAs, we do prejudge and don't want to go to places where there are a lot of black faces. But then, you know, like I said, the hospital that is, you know, in my area, it's a very good hospital.
Can I jump in for a second? You've thrown around the acronym FBA a few times. For those who don't know, you're talking about Foundational Black Americans, yes?
I am.
Are you one?
Yes.
Are you one?
I am.
Okay.
I certainly am.
You've actually done research and you've traced your lineage because, you know, with all due respect, a lot of people are just using that term now because it's the new term. Whereas, you know, 20 years ago, they were Pan-Africanist. right? 15 years ago, they were Moors, you know, and then going even further back, they were Afro something. So, but you've done the research, yes?
Yeah, my grandparents actually own land in this county, and it goes back, you know. So
I'm just asking for some context here. I don't know if that really has an effect at this particular point in time because, you know, I think it's more of an online thing where people admit to being FBA. Do you think that they're really discriminating or delineating, you know, at hospitals and things like that? Do you really think that's going on? Let's be honest.
I do.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I really do. So, you know, but you know, you'll find out when you know, I think that's what she did. That's why her mother said what she said in the end of that video. You know, you chose this hospital. You should have changed the doctor, because she probably did have a, you know, you should do your research and say, okay, let me research the hospital and let me call around to some OBGYNs, you know, early in the game and say, hey, let me, you know, this is the hospital that I want to, you know, give birth. Let me see if this doctor delivers here. And then you can call around.
I'm not doubting what you're saying, but her information was not in the system. You know, the nurse seemed to be asking her questions that just was not in this system. Can you speak to that?
Well, yeah, it wouldn't be in the system because, you know, she chose to just go to that hospital
randomly.
It would be in the system if she had her other 2 children there.
Okay.
Or if she even if she had to go to the emergency room there. This is a new hospital to her, because what I do is I go to a hospital and I go to the same hospital all the time so I can avoid all of that. When I go in there, I'm fast tracked.
Got you.
So you know, they know who I am. They say, okay, they'll verify what they have in their system, and then they, you know, I'm called back in the back, probably 5-10 minutes of waiting in the waiting area.
Okay.
So, you know, but she chose to, like her mom said, you chose this hospital, so you're finding out now.
I appreciate the call. Thank you.
Oh, let me just tell you about the pizza too.
You know, that really got me worked up, and I've kind of calmed down. I've accepted the fact that, you know, what I once knew, loved, and appreciated is no longer. I get it, but is there something you want to add to the conversation?
Well, I agree with you because, you know, I came up in the time where, you know, it was a pizzeria on every corner in my area, and you can get a nice slice. And I do like light cheese, extra sauce, of course. That's how I order my pizza now. But the cheese is trash now, so there's no cheese pull to it because it's a cheaper type of cheese that they're using, and it's really not good. So I'd rather just make mine at home, like you said. So that's all I wanted to add to that.
It's not even healthy. Yes, not even healthy. But thank you for your call. Thank you so much.
Okay. All righty. Okay.
You know, something I didn't take into account with regards to all of the extra cheese on pizza. Again, I know the history throughout the 40s, 60s, 70s, and into the late 70s when you had the chains that came about, Pizza Hut, Domino's, and stuff like that. The dairy industry and the influence of that industry, because in the 70s, they were pushing milk, you know. There was commercials on television. Oh, have a glass of milk with your dinner. I never liked milk with my dinner, but that was the thing on commercials, right? Anybody go back that far? And as we all know, or most people should know, milk has Pasalac in it. Milk's not good for you. No adult should be drinking a glass of milk. If you want to, you know, have some milk with a slice of pie or some cereal, That's one thing, but no adult should be drinking a glass of milk. You don't need it. It's not good for you. So anyway, the dairy industry and cheese. That's probably another reason why going into the 80s. Again, I'm saying in the early 80s when I moved to New York, that's when I first started noticing it up in the Bronx. Puerto Rican pizza. Let me bring in a call here. Area code 559. Good evening. Are you there? Please watch the language. 559.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you for taking my call.
How are you, sir?
I just wanted to say real quick, thank you to Deeds for messaging me back quick. I had sent her a Cash App.
Okay.
And I had sent.
Well, sir, I don't know the details of what you and her are discussing. Keep that via email. I don't discuss things out in the open. Whatever you guys discuss. Are you joining the conversation?
Yeah, I wanted to talk about the poor lady who was in pain. I want to talk about healthcare.
Come on.
From the video that you've seen.
Okay.
So I am a young person. I pay $150 every month for healthcare.
Okay.
And I can call, and everyone in the live chat was saying Kaiser Permanente is bad. Kaiser Permanente is bad. But I've literally had multiple times where I'm sick. I can call the hotline, and if it's not my exact doctor, they'll give me another doctor or nurse practitioner, and I will have a sick leave letter literally in like 2 hours.
Okay.
And where I come from in California, a lot of people are on Medi-Cal, and Medi-Cal is a government assistance program.
Okay.
So a lot of people in California are on Medi-Cal, and I'm not gonna lie, like where I go to, I get good coverage, but a lot of my family members, they have to go to Fresno Community Hospital.
Okay.
And I remember specifically, and this is just why I was calling in, I remember specifically my aunt had a broken ankle. We were hiking and she had to go, and that's where her coverage was. There was a lady in labor in the ER. And it reminded me of the video that I seen, and no one was paying attention to her, but there's so much people who need help. So maybe that's what the video was about.
Okay.
Is like, they have so many people coming in because of Medi-Cal and government assistance.
Mm-hmm.
They can't really give you the best care. And that's maybe why I pay. And my mom always said, you got to pay for dental, you have to pay for your medical insurance,
Okay.
and you have to pay for car insurance. Because if you do that, you're going to get the best help. And maybe I'm not making any accusations or anything, but maybe she just, I don't know, maybe she didn't have the best coverage, because I've never.
I can appreciate everything you said, and thank you for donating to Deeds.
Yeah.
But let me ask you this, and let me say this:
Sure.
Don't address the live chat, because they're going to tell you, something totally different from what you think they're trying to say. They're not there to be your friends. So don't address the live chat. Do you think everybody in that little video were actors?
I'm not sure, Star, because
I'm not sure either, sir. It's all fake news now. Everything is fake news. I don't know what's real. I don't know what's fake. Maybe there's hang on a second. Maybe
I'm sorry.
Maybe there's some reason behind why we're now responding, why I'm even talking about it. The insurance world. What does this mean? Does anything change? Is there any shift? Were they actors? And I hate to even say that, because I'm not a student of perpetual doubt. I'm not. But I have to ask you. They actors?
May I speak, or I don't want to cut you off. I'm sorry.
You have the floor.
I want to be respectful.
Go ahead.
So I don't know if they're actors, but if I can also say one thing. So there's 3 major hospitals in Fresno, California. That's where I am from.
Okay.
There's Kaiser Permanente, there's Fresno Community Hospital, and then there's St. Agnes.
Okay.
So Fresno Community Hospital is maybe like downtown Fresno, and then there's St. Agnes is kind of like on the outskirts, going to like Clovis. I will tell you this, personal experience, because this is where my grandma was. When you're at the ER at St. Agnes, they don't even have you inside the building. They have you outside in the parking lot, and they have those big fans, and they have a bunch of chairs, and they have a big tent. You're not even allowed inside the building. And these are people who are sick. They might have broken bones. You know, God knows what's going on.
Okay.
Right. You know?
Well, can you land your plane, sir? Because I'm getting backed up on calls here. I'm just trying to, you know.
Yeah, I'm sorry, sorry. I'm sorry.
It's
All
okay.
I'm trying to say is like maybe. I'm sorry, sorry. Maybe she just didn't have really good health insurance, and I think that's really important for a lot of people to have and not have government health insurance. That's all I want to say, sir.
I appreciate the call. Thank you, man.
Thank you so much, sir.
Okay. All right, let's get back to the show here, guys. Dallas, Texas. Hospital ignores black woman in active labor. I played the video 3 times. I'm not playing it again. I was bothered by what I consider to be the insensitivity of the nurse. I don't know if it was racism. I don't know. I think that she should have handled things differently, but hey, we have what we have, and I'm taking your calls. Let me go to area code 929. Hey there. Good evening. Please watch the language. Are you there? Are you ready? 929.
Hi. Good evening, Star. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Who's this?
This is Nicole from New
Nicole.
York.
How are you? What's going on?
Hi. I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. You saw the video? You saw the video?
Yes. I saw the video, and I have to say I'm a little bit surprised at like some of the women saying like, you know, the lady should have like put her on a gurney and stuff like that, because I just recently had a baby like literally 3 months ago, and I went through that same process. Like I was in active labor. I went to the hospital, and I had to like in active labor while I'm having contractions, I had to, you know, give my name. She asked me if I had children before. Like I had to go through that whole process. And even though it was my first time at that hospital, but I was going to hospitals associated, you know, with them for my prenatal checks and stuff. So they didn't have that information, and I still had to go through that. So I don't know if it was racism, but I kind of feel like maybe she just didn't have a strong reaction, and she was just doing her job and entering the information. And I think her mom, I agree with you. I think maybe her mom could be trying to get a bag, because I think that, you know, she should have been like advocating for her daughter, because I know that my mom did. And I will also say, to their credit at least, if her water did break, that is very dangerous, because that's like the barrier between the baby and everything else. So like, for example, when I was pregnant, I tested positive for like some sort of like bacteria that like sometimes pregnant people get. And I had to make sure my water didn't break before I got to the hospital, because they had to give me the antibiotic through the IV.
Oh, wow.
So it's like, I don't know. I didn't.
Can I jump in?
Think like, sure.
I know nothing about this area, so my knowledge is very, very limited. I didn't want to just assume racism, but you're saying this is somewhat normal procedure. You got to give your information. I don't know, you know, to what degree or how long, but you know, maybe folks are just kicking up dust. You know, black folks are always kicking up dust and screaming racism. Yes, no?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's possible, because I had an all-white staff that delivered my daughter, and my nurse was amazing. I will also say I was blessed, because my OB, my daughter's father, my boyfriend, that's his nephew's godfather. So there's a very personal relationship there. But I had an all-white staff, and they were amazing. And I even have like friends and coworkers that say that when they had their children, it was the black staff that was treating them bad, and that was ignoring them when they were ringing the bell and needed help. So I definitely think it could just be, you know, just a little bit of rage bait and like false outrage, you know.
I like that. Rage bait. I like that. I like that. We didn't consider that. Rage bait. You know?
I just think
and that am I saying it right? Intake. What is that area where you sit and you give that information? What is that area called?
Yeah, it would be the patient intake. And for me, when I went to the hospital, it was like there's a floor for pregnancy intake. So there were other pregnant women sitting there. Some were in labor, some weren't. Like it wasn't anything out of the ordinary. So and then from there you go to the triage room. That's like after you've been intake, they give you the bracelet, and then you're waiting to actually go to a delivery room.
Okay.
I will also say research is important. I did my research because I know you were also talking before about certain medications and stuff affecting the baby. I am 24, and so I was very like I did a lot of research. I was very active. I wanted to know certain medications that they might offer me because they do offer, like when your contractions are slow, Pitocin, and these things can lower the baby's heart rate and then force you to have a C-section.
Stop.
So,
Say that again. What'd you say?
So there's a drug. It's called Pitocin, and when you're having contractions, if they start to slow down, they will prescribe you the Pitocin to induce the contractions, but that can lower the baby's heart rate if you're not careful.
So the contractions and a little pain is actually a good thing? Yes, no?
I mean, yes, everyone is different. I personally, I was in labor for 30 hours, so I didn't get the epidural until I was already 5 centimeters. Yeah, like everybody's pain tolerance is different, but a little pain, it never hurt anybody. You'll be okay,
Let me jump in here. Okay, so maybe we've all got it twisted. Maybe the white nurse understands what's going on, Okay, I'm not looking at you, but you're tripping. You're supposed to have pain. I understand the contractions. You're not at that point yet. And you're trying to guilt me or put me on a guilt trip with rage bait as black women do. Yes?
Yes, it's very possible. I'll be honest too, when I was having my daughter, I felt that way about the lady that was intaking me. I was like, is she ignoring me? Like, what's going on? But it's not that. Like, I was expecting her to have a reaction because I was in pain and I was going through it, but she was just doing her job. She was just like, what's your name? What's it like? The standard procedure, I felt like she was handling it. And she was empathetic to a point, but I'm sure I was the 10th pregnant person she saw. Like, I don't expect her to, hold my hand.
Okay. Well, I appreciate the information and the knowledge. Wow. So I'm going to keep combing through this, but I may go back and look at it again and try to see if there's a different angle. But thank you so much for your call. Thank you.
Thank you. And people in the live chat saying that I was smoking shrimp.
Don't worry about those people. They're doing what they're supposed to be doing. Don't worry about them. All right.
Okay. Thank you. Sorry.
Thank you.
Show. Bye.
Bye now. Rage bait. Now that's an older term, but we didn't put that on the table, huh? Black women be doing the most. Hold on a second. Area code 571. Good evening. Please watch the language. Are you there? 571. 12.
Big nigga.
Good evening.
I'd just like to say that the last caller, she was spot.
Well, sir, can we hear from you? Please don't try to critique other callers. Can we hear from you? We're having a good conversation. What do you think? What'd you say?
Yeah, it's a great conversation, and I think you can hit it from multiple angles. I think you can hit it from the
pause, sir. Pause.
Angle.
Slow down. That's crazy.
Yeah. I'm out of pocket. But I think you can touch on it from multiple angles. The racism is one thing. We all know what that is. We all also know how busy.
I'm starting to think there was no racism at all.
None at all, Star.
None at all.
None at all. And here's the way I look at it.
Come on.
This is for the fathers.
Come on.
When you have a child, when you are expecting, have a plan, know where you're going to give birth. You know, we can talk. I'd like to talk about the doulas and the midwives as well.
Come on.
Know where know which hospital you're going to go to.
Yeah.
Have a plan. Have a bag by the door ready to go. You know, because women, they're under a lot of stress. And when they go into the hospital to give birth, you know, somebody needs to be an advocate for them. Get in there with your woman. You didn't put.
Where was the father? Now that we're talking about different angles and things posed, where was the father?
Exactly. Is she in there with her mother by her damn self? Excuse me. You know, get in there with your woman. Be an advocate for her. Help her communicate all of her. You know, if they need her name. All of that, just communicate that for her. But at the same time, the pain that you will see a woman go through when she's giving birth, from a father's perspective, is like nothing you've ever seen. So she's sometimes they'll be out of it. And the previous caller talked about Pitocin. If you ever seen your woman take Pitocin, it is almost like try to avoid it at all costs. If you go into the hospital unprepared, they will give your woman Pitocin.
I have no knowledge in that area. I don't know what that is. I've never gone to that extent. I really think. Hold on a second. I really think I could be way off with this. If I see a life coming out of that vagina that I've been, you know, smashing, I don't know if I want that vagina anymore. If I see a life coming out of there.
Man, it's all kind of emotions you're going to go through. But the thing is, it's a production environment. The hospital is nothing but production and money. That nurse, it's not racism. She probably seen 20 of her that day.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
And so they come in, it's production. Get in, get this baby out, on to the next one.
Yeah.
So they're going to give them Pitocin.
Okay.
And you talk about pain. You know, it forces the baby to come out. That's basically what it's doing. So, you know, to circle back a little bit, not to be long-winded, you need an advocate. You need a plan. This is for the fathers. Come in.
Salute to Leroy. He said, my father went outside. Yeah, that's what I would do. Hey, I'm going to go smoke his cigar. So get land your plane. I didn't mean to cut you short. Get land your plane.
No, it's fun. It's a great topic.
Thank you, man.
And you could even talk about how is this even theater? Why is she behind the desk? But that's another topic of conversation. Look, fellas,
I appreciate
come in with a plan, be an advocate for your woman, make sure that you know what's happening, and if you're gonna do the midwife and the doula thing, it's a way to go. The doula, stand alone. The midwives, they step in, they help deliver the child, but you got to have a plan.
Right. So I got to take other calls. Thank you, man. Thank you. Salute.
Yep.
Thank you. Area code 917. Please watch the language. Are you there? Good evening. 917.
Yeah, what's up?
Hey, what's up, man?
Listen, I don't want to make an excuse for that young lady, but she wasn't a nurse. You guys keep calling her a nurse.
Sir, did we speak earlier?
No.
Okay.
No, we've never spoken.
Okay. Go ahead.
And she was a registrar. I'm not saying that, but she has to do her job. Okay. She's probably got some supervisors. She probably put somebody through and they didn't have insurance, and it was her responsibility. All she was trying to do was register the girl.
Well, I'm going by a couple of different sources, and they were referring to her as a nurse. So let's not, condemn her. And maybe you're right. I don't know. But the reports are saying she was a nurse. With regards to that type of situation, are you familiar with the intake? And did she follow protocol? That's what we're kind of, trying to figure out here.
Well, yeah, she was a little insensitive. She could have done a lot more. Yeah. I don't know how they trained them there, but
I have 7 nurses in my family.
Okay.
My wife, before she retired, used to work in the hospital.
Okay.
I know all about this hospital crap. And it's insurance. It's just a money thing.
Yeah. But now at the same time, I don't want to say that everybody is insensitive, because I was in the ICU for 7 days with pneumonia, and they treated me great. So, but that particular video, you saw the video? Of course, you saw the video, yeah?
Yes. Yeah, it's crazy video.
Are we overreacting? Is that, I've never been through that situation. I don't know how long a woman is supposed to deal with that contractions. I've never in my life, let me just finish, I'll land my plane. I've never been in the company of a woman who was going through contractions and about to give birth. I'm a coward. Go ahead.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. She should have been put on a gurney.
Okay.
And, right in, once again, it's always a color thing. It's always something, with the U.S. It's always something. And like you said, it's not going anywhere. So,
but now, but hold on.
We got to do something.
But hold on. There was a caller earlier, a young lady, 24 years of age, and she said that if you, how did she phrase that? Some type of medicine they give you if you're
that Pitocin. That's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. But she was just throwing out medical terms and drugs.
Hang on. Let's not kick dirt in her direction. She was very, very knowledgeable. She took her time, and I believe her. But with that drug, there's a risk of something with the baby's heart rate. Yes, no?
Correct. Yeah, you all those drugs, they're for comfort, but they affect the fetus.
Right.
So, a good doctor,
But hang on.
do that.
Hang on. So before we even get to the doctor, maybe a little pain is a good thing. Yes, no? I don't know.
Well, I don't know, because I don't know about, because pain, I can't take a pain. Like when my son was born, I was right there, by the way,
right?
And it was absolutely incredible, the crowning.
But you're a guy, sir. So you're a guy, and I would imagine, I don't mean to cut you up, I would imagine women who go through the birth doula, there's no medication, so they endure the pain. I guess the pain is some type of beautiful bonding thing. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but my wife had an epidural.
Okay.
To alleviate some of the pain.
Okay.
So, I don't know about the Pitocin, and you start all these drugs, and some people just like to take drugs. I don't know.
I appreciate the call, but now you said that woman was not a nurse. She was a what? What was the technical term you said?
She's a registrar. Every hospital has a registrar. When you walk in there, you have to get registered.
Are you sure?
And her mother should have did that. I'm positive she was a registrar. I could just tell by the way she was acting. She's not actually a healthcare a real healthcare person. The hospital's been hiring all these people. They're like us.
But they're online saying she was a nurse. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying they're online. They got her.
Okay.
They got her name out there, her pictures. They're saying she's a nurse. Yeah. You saying you did the research?
Well, if she was a nurse, the way she was staring at that computer, she should be fired. Okay. She should be liable. The hospital should be liable for those. There's no excuse.
Okay.
There's absolutely no excuse for.
I appreciate the call, man. So, thank you.
Take care.
Thank you. Okay.